In this video, I'm doing another Backgammon bot versus bot live stream. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email is also in the description and it will be below the stream. So one of the new features I have is I have a new microphone. A lot of people were telling me the sound quality is not good. So I got this new one I could show you here. It's actually a much larger one, so really appreciate everyone's feedback. The one I was using before was a smaller one here, and what I realized is when I connect it to my shirt, it's called a lavalier microphone, it's a little too far so people couldn't hear it. So that's actually very helpful. So some of the super thanks donations go towards getting equipment like this. So there's a lot of equipment. I really appreciate your feedback and thank you for joining me. So we are going to do a bot versus bot. So here we go. You can see that screen now. So this is where XG plays against itself, and you could learn a lot by doing this. So let me put that up there. And close this out, and let's go ahead and start. We're going to have XG play against XG on expert mode. I feel like that's a good mode. So let's see. Expert mode versus expert mode, and it will be a 5-point match. And here we go. So 4-3, white brings 2 down. We're playing on a beautiful Gammoner board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. All right, so it's a 5-point match. First game now, red has a 6-1, makes the bar point. White has 3 checkers back with a 6-1 for white. White will make his bar point. 5-2 can make the 11 point. All right, now with the 4-2, it can anchor, yeah, and step up. That's better than making the 4 point. You really need that anchor. Now with the 4-2, step up, try to get out. You're up by 11 in the race. 6-1 is going to come out and hit. Now looking for a 5. The 5 hits and the 1 will play 11 to 10. You can see the board on the main portion of the screen. My video on the upper right, and the live chat is on the lower right, so feel free to chat. Let me know what you think. 6-2 for white, so the 2 is forced to come in and the 6 can hit. Now that sends another red checker back. 5-2, so plays behind. Now red's in somewhat of an awkward position. 4-3 will come out, make that anchor. 4-3 for red. Okay, clears the 11 point. Now 2-1's a good roll, makes the 4 point. 5-3 will have to play behind. Okay, now a double. So you can take deeper at 5-way, 5-way non-gammonish positions. There are some gammons here, so you have to take that into consideration. Because a double gammon at 5-way, 5-way gets you to the Crawford game. All right, 3-2 is going to hit and continue. See, this is where gammons come into play. 2-1, okay, hits on the inside. 4-3 is going to hit on the bar point. 3-1, okay, so now it's a lot of problems for red. 6-1 will come out. 6-3 will hit twice. 3-2 hits twice back. All right, so this one's back and forth. White danced. 6-2 is going to cover, not come out. That was important. Dance. 3-2 will have to come down. Comes in with the 4-1. Comes in with the 4 and safeties. Looking for a 6 or a 5. Gets both. Can anchor on the 17. Good roll. Double 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now 6-2. Going to come around. Double 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, preparing to clear and bear in. 3-2 will play on that side. 5-2 can hit and continue. All right, 3-1. Doesn't want to leave a direct shot or return shot. 3-1 comes in and steps up. I think 9-8 would have been fine too. 5-5. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 slots it. Double 2 comes in and plays off the 6 point. Spares everywhere. 5-2 have to come out. 6 is forced, and the 4 okay come off. The 4 I may have played 5-1 there. 6-4 okay. So if you're joining me, oh May, you're joining me. Thank you for joining me. Can you please tell me how the sound is? Because I recently got a new microphone and people were telling me the sound wasn't good on the previous one, so I want to see how it is on this one. Let me know if you can hear me okay and how the sound quality is. I tested it already before and they said that it sounded good, but on this live stream I want to double check. Alright, so save the gammon. So it's going to be 2-0, 3 away, 5 away. Alright, so now doesn't need a gammon, wants to split. Alright, thank you, May. 6-3, this is where you can hit. Does run out, you can run out 2 there. 6-2, anchors and comes down. Very good. 6-4 is going to hit and then play. Yeah, continue duplicating the entering numbers that hit like that. 5-4 comes in. Alright, he's going to point on head. Safety. Okay, so now looking for a 4 from the bar. Double 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, only up by 10 pips. Doubling because of the score. Thank you, Bill. I'm glad it's better. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream I got this new microphone. So this is the new microphone. It's very big. The previous one was one of these. It's a lavalier microphone that you clip to your shirt. And what the place where I clipped it, it was a little too far, so it didn't sound good. So I appreciate people's feedback. So now the 5-1, just going to play there. 3-1 has to play safe. White's going to have to give up something like that. 5-1 is not good. All right, 2-1. So now he can afford that because of the blot in the board. 6-1. Okay, doesn't leave a direct shot. 5-4 is going to break that point. Double 3. Play safe. I know, May. Bill, where are you joining us from? Let me know in the chat. 4-1 is going to play on the other side. Double 2 is a good roll. Can bring 3 in and then 6-4, leaving spares everywhere. 5-4 is going to come out. Now 6-4, the 6 is forced and the 4 will play that way, even though double 6 leaves a shot. I was getting a little feedback. 6-3. Yes, I hear that, what you were talking about. Southern Maryland, very good. Yeah, what I did was I tested the other microphone, the one that looks like this, and the place where I clipped it onto my shirt made it sound like I was far. But when I brought it close, it was okay, but I can't do the whole stream with this holding this up. So I got this new one. That really helps because I was a little hesitant to create some more videos until I figured this out, so I'm glad I did. So it looks like red is going to tie the score at 2-2, 3 away, 3 away. The most interesting thing for me about this is analyzing it afterwards because you can learn a lot. I tell people, you know, when you play a match on XG, it's always important to study it yourself. So that's Jin. That way you can learn from your errors. And another thing that you can do is learn from watching other players play. And the best way to learn is by watching top players. And XG is the best player in the world. You can actually adjust the settings. All right, so 3 away, 3 away. You're going to want to double earlier. Now with the 5-3 here, see with the opening 5-4, you're supposed to hit loose 5-3 after 5-4. But once you've escaped this checker, you really want to make sure your priority is to escape the second checker. So you don't want to hit loose for fear of getting another one back. So now white did hit another checker back. With the stronger board, red can hit loose. 4-3, comes in with a 4 and plays the 3 on the other side. 6-4 is going to hit. Looking for a 5 or a good 2. Doesn't get it. Gets a 3-1. So red doesn't have a double yet. Yeah, I'll have to make that 11 point. 2-1's going to hit. And then safety. Okay, 4-1. Hits loose again. Okay. Now 3-1 again. 6-3. Okay, so can clear the 11 point, making the 5 point in the process. 2-1's awkward. Red might have a double soon. 5-1's going to hit. Especially at 3-away, 3-away. You double more aggressively so that you can get to the Crawford game. Like this. Now hits 2, 3, and 4. Great roll. 6-1 makes the bar point. 5-1 can come out and anchor. 6-3 is great. Comes out all the way. May we missed you on Sunday at the tournament. Looks like Sunday we won't have the venue, but we'll be back next Sunday. 4-1. Double 2, okay, so can clear the midpoint. Now red's a big favorite. White's going to want to just prepare the board. Now red is just clearing from the rear. 6-4 will, okay, could have made the 5 point. 5-1 clears 1 off the 8 point. Now 6-4 will make the 5 point. No? Okay, I think that was an error. 2-1. Double 3. Nice thing about this is I don't need to read the dice. People can see it very clearly. Whereas on a regular board, the dice are obviously much smaller, so sometimes it's hard. All right. Looks like red will be unlikely to leave a shot, but white will be unlikely to get gammoned. See, not a lot of gammon, so it just clears the 6 point. Double 6 basically saves the gammon, puts them slightly back in the race. 4-1, and white's going to need a lot of big doubles to catch up at all. Red is a huge favorite here, and red will go to 4-2 Crawford game. 1 away, 3 away Crawford. Makes him about a 75% favorite in the match. But a lot of people think that's like insurmountable. But 75% is not 100%. Even if you're at 95%, it's not 100%. All right, 3-1 is the best opening roll, then 4-2. Now 4-2, white makes the rack. 5-2 is going to come out and hit. Double 5. Good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2-1. Okay, hits. Double 5 is a great roll. 1, and he's going to make the point. Now gammon losses are not huge here because all they lose is the free drop. Hits twice with double 3. Dances. Now 6-5 covers. 3-2 comes in with 1. Now 5-3, just looking to bring things home. Dances 6-2. Now double 2 hits. That was a dance. 4-1. Yeah, I don't really want to put spares on the 6 point because that's the next point you want to clear. Like that. Alright, that doesn't leave a shot yet. I don't know about that one. 2 is going to make the board. 6-4 can make the 5 point. Alright, now he's going to want to, I don't know if he's want to split. Okay, comes in with a 2. That's good because now a lot of shots like there. That's a double shot. 3-2 hits. 5 is forced, and now 1. Double 2 is going to hit loose. 6-1 comes out. Double 2 hits and covers. Okay, double 1. Okay, that's good. Now, red has winning chances here. 4-2 will make the 2 points. 4-1's going to hit like that. Okay, I thought that may have been an overplay. Now he can hit loose. 3-1 comes in with 1. Looking to cover with a 6, but now he can't do it with that 6. He's going to hit there. 2-1. Six should come down. 4-2 can cover. Now red is looking to complete the closeout. So I think if people give me more feedback about this microphone, ooh, double 6, I'll get another one from my other desk. The home office. All right, another shot. Okay, there's the 2. Now this could be anyone's game. All right, now white is home free. Now red's going to need some doubles. I think it's too little, too late. White got out of that after being hit. All right. So now it's 1 away, 2 away post Crawford. Red has a free drop, which he will exercise here. So now it's DMP double match point. 4-3 should come down and hit. There you go. 4-2 is going to come in and hit back. 6-2 comes in and you can hit there. Yeah, okay. 6-1 will come in and out the other way. 5-1 slots. 5-2. There's a lot of slotting and hitting loose at DMP. Red's okay with this because he has a 3-point board. 3-1's going to make the 5-point, unstack those points, double 3, bring 2 up. Not 2 up, okay. So now the 4-2. Red has poor timing for a 1-3 back game here with all the checkers up front. 6-5 blocks, okay. So now, all right, so now we'll hit loose. 6-3 hits and comes out. So now if red is able to manage this counter prime like that, okay, comes out and hits, good roll for white. If red manages to hit a shot at the end, he may be able to contain because of the strong board and the prime. So 1. Now just clear from the rear. Okay, now 2s are bad for white. 4-1's okay, puts a spare on the 2, so now 2s are nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now large doubles are okay, they don't leave a blot. 5-2 is okay for now. It's got to start to run. Now 6-3 leaves a shot. So now red's looking for a 2. Wrong 2, double 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6-1 can go play 3-2 and 2 off. 6-3 play on his side. And that's the match. White wins. Okay, so Let me change that there. Okay, so now we can see the plays, and we'll go through them one at a time. This is well played. So this is the part where you learn. So we'll go through this, and usually what I do is I go through the basic moves pretty quickly, but then the interesting ones we can take a look at. So the 4-3 is just down, and then the 6-2, it just goes like that, hitting. 5-2 comes in and safeties. Let's look at these other plays on the plus plus. Looks like they were close. Okay. 6-1 just makes the bar point. 6-1 in response makes their bar point. 5-2, you can make the 11 point. Now the 4-2. Okay, so here you didn't want to make that 4 point. You see, a lot of people would have automatically made the 4 point, but here you don't want to do that like this, which results in this position. Okay, what you really need here is, before looking at it, White's goal here is to make this point. So he's looking for a 4. So as soon as he rolls the 4, that's the part that's easy. And then you want to play a 2. 6-4 is close, like this. But this is better, just stepping up like this. Yes, you are behind in the race. So sometimes people have this, sometimes it's a gross misconception that when you're behind in the race, you want to stay back as much as possible. That's true to an extent, but not 100%. You want to maintain contact, but you have plenty of contact on the other side, so you don't have to play 6-4. You can play 24-22, and what happens as a result is if you roll a 6 next, you can pop out here, and you still have plenty of contact with that 20 point or the 5 point. Okay? Then the 4-2 come up and down. 6-1 comes out like that, like I said, and then here you hit. So playing 8-7 is too passive. Okay? You just can't let the opponent get away. You're going to have to put him on the bar, and now look what happens when he rolls like a 6-1 or a 6-2 or something like that. You can't come out. It's awkward. And the 5-1 was good. The 5 was that you're going to hit, and then the only reasonable one was there. All right, then the double 3. Okay, the other option was to do that. Okay, so let's see how that looks like. So this play was close as well. All right, then the 2-1 comes in with the 2 and hits with the 1. And then the 6-2 was good. Come in with the 2 and hit with the 6. 5-2 comes in, and then you have to play behind. You can't afford to leave blots against a stronger board. 4-3 was good, just coming in, coming up and out. 4-3 clears the 11 point, and what this does is leaves a robust distribution of checkers. So there's a spare on the 8, 7, and 6, so that creates a lot of flexibility and versatility to use these checkers to do something productive next roll. The 2-1 was a great roll because it makes the point. 5-3 had to play behind, and this was a double. This was a no double on the plus analysis. Let's look at it at the plus analysis. Yeah, it becomes a borderline double. Now this is a 5-point match, so you want to double a little later. Okay, so let's look at it on this board, and we'll put it for money. And let me see if I can put that up. There, we're able to see it. Okay, so for money, this is a money game. It's a stronger double. But at the original score, 5-away, 5-away, it's a less strong. So 844 versus 844. Just a tiny bit, because you can take more deeply at 5-away, 5-away as compared to money in non-gammonish positions, but you have to be more careful in gammonish positions. The reason is, in non-gammonish positions, it'll get the opponent to 3-away, which is not all that much better than 4-away. However, when the opponent wins a gammon, that gets them to Crawford, and that is a big gain. So you don't want to let them get to Crawford. Okay, now here, this is somewhat of a gammonish position. It's not completely non-gammonish, but there aren't like too many gammons. From the opening position, they're about 14 to 15% gammons. This looks like 18%, so it's a little bit higher, but not like in the 30s or anything like that. So it's not a hugely gammonish position. So it's somewhere in the middle. Okay? Let's see. Is there anything you could do to make it a pass? So let's go back to the match here. And, yeah, there we go. What if the position was a little bit worse? What does that do? Okay, so that makes it a stronger double. What if it's already killed completely? That makes it a pass. So let's look at it like this. Yeah. So you see that makes a big difference. So in the original position, this was here. Now let's say this were here. That's a huge pass. Now let's say it was up here. This is probably no double now. Yeah. So this is a very good exercise to do, and that's what I recommend. If you want to see what are the features of the position that make it a double or make it a no double or that make it a take versus a pass, what you do is you modify things. So you move checkers around to see what effect that has. And you can learn a lot that way. All right, so back to the match. Then it was a 3-2. Okay, so it just clears. And then the 6-1 had to play behind. Looks like running out was close. They were tied on the plus-plus analysis. All right, and then the double 2. Ah, interesting. 13-5. 13-9-2 like this. Oh, because of these blots here, you could afford to do that. Okay. Then there was a 6-3. All right, so that was 8-2, 6-3. And then the 3-2 was good. It hits. Ah, it looks like it was better to just make the point, but they were very close. Turned out virtually tied. So this one wins some more gammons, but the other one wins slightly more games. Wins more gammons and loses more gammons. But winning gammons is good at 5-away, 5-away on a 2 cube. So you can see Control-Alt-K. Maybe you don't see it. You don't see the pop-ups here. But the gammon value on a 2 cube at 5-away, 5-away is 0.655. For money, it's 0.5, so that means it's more valuable, and that's because it takes you to the Crawford game. All right, the 2-1 comes in and hits, and that was slightly better than hitting on the 11 point. Well, they were close. 4-3 was a great roll, comes in and hits. 3-1 is a good roll by anchoring. 5-2 tidies things up, and then the 6-1 you just come out. All right, and then the 6-3 hits twice. 3-2 comes in. Double 6 can't come in. 6-2 covers. Okay, so you had to cover here. You can't hit there. And then couldn't move. The 3-2 comes down. 4-1 comes in and lifts. 6-5 was a great roll. Makes that anchor. Double 6 comes in and comes around and makes the ace point. 6-2 plays safe. Double 4 comes around, and the 3-2. Okay, so yeah, 9-4. You could have just slotted here. That's what you want to do. Don't be too afraid of getting hit. Then the 5-2 was just hit and continue. Couldn't come in, and the 3-1 just want to play safe. 3-1 again, and then looks like there wasn't all that much to look at here. After this game, we'll take a short break and resume in a moment. Double 3 didn't really matter. 6-3, okay, and that was basically it. Okay, so take a short break, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, back from a short break, and now we'll continue the analysis. That was game one. So now we're looking at game two with the 5-2, just splitting, and now the score is 2-0, 3 away, 5 away in favor of white. And against that, the right play is actually to run. Yeah. So, yeah, with these, against these splits, with the 6-4, you're supposed to hit. But 6-2 and 6-3, you run. Now with the 6-2, anchor up, and then bring one down. 6-4 is good. Hit and continue. So you don't want to leave this one, resulting in this position, because now white has good sixes from the bar. So what does that mean? This is something that a lot of people don't think about and don't consider. When you're on the bar, a 6 is no good because you cannot come in with a 6. However, if one half of your roll is a non-6 and the other half is a 6, now that 6 that was bad to come in becomes good. So now rolls like 6-5, 6-4, 6-3, 6-2, and 6-1 hit. Okay? Now we have, let's see, the 5-4, and let me put it on the arrow, comes in with the 5 and slots. All right, and then the double 1 was a good roll. Comes in and hits, it doesn't come in, but hits and makes the point on head, safeties, and just brings one down. Double 3 was awkward, and now this was a small no double, but let's look at it on the plus analysis. Still a no double, so let's look at it on the other board, and let's look at it for money and see what happens. There we go. Okay, so for money, let's see. This is a small no double, but the score made it a double. Okay, so what can we do? Let's go back to the score in the match to make it a double. So what about here? That's probably worse because you don't have it slotted. Let's see. Yeah. What if you have this point like that? Now it's stronger. Okay, so what was the original position? What if white's position was like this? That helps white a lot. Yeah. And now a lot of it is because of the race. So let's make the race a little closer. Now it's not a double again. Okay, so that's what I do to look at the doubling decisions. All right, and then it was the 5-1 was a good roll, makes the point. And the 6-2, yeah, better to come out, because look at what happens over here in the initial position. This one you really want to come out, otherwise it'll get stuck. Okay, if you start moving these, and it'll give you mobility. Even if you're hit, so what? You have good return, 6s from the bar, and that'll help you retain your board. You need the timing. Okay, so then double 1 for red. Oh yeah, this was weird. I don't know why it did this. It did this like this. This is really awkward. Could have done this much better. Look, here you have the builder in the wrong place. You want to use the builder here on the 6 point to make the 5 point and clear the 14 point. Okay. Then it was 3-1. Just safeties. Could have done the other one too. Okay. 5-2 brings 2 down. Looks like this other play was close, 13-6, which I kind of like. Yeah, virtually tied. And the 5-1, bring one down. 6-2 is going to clear the midpoint, and then the 5-1 just goes all the way. And then with the 3-1, look at this. All these were very close. Yeah, 7-6-4-1. Okay. And then the 5-1 looks like it was better to break the midpoint. Let's see what it looks like on the plus-plus analysis. These were tied. Yeah, I mean, if you break the midpoint, it results in this and you leave a direct shot, whereas this way you don't leave a direct shot, but you somewhat break the board, although you still have a 4-point board. So I can see that. Then the 2-1. So, was it better to play safe? It was better to play safe against that board. This was close. Let's look at it on the other board here. And what if it were like that? Now you have to play safe. Yeah, so now this becomes a blunder. Okay. And then what was the original position? Okay. It was like this. What if we make it a little bit worse? So it's like this. Now you can afford to do that. So it depends on where that is. Okay. And let's say you're here and it's like this. Now the 3s would be duplicated. Now they're very close. And about like this. Now it goes to the other way. Okay. So then we continue with the 2-1. Clears, doesn't like it. 6-1 comes in and makes the bar point. 5-4 clears the midpoint. Double 3 comes all the way. And then the 4-3 just comes up there. And that kills the 5s. So after this, white will not have any 5s to play, except of course 6-5, unless red breaks the 8-point. All right, now with the 4-3, just clears, puts these spares here to good use. 4-1, the 4 is forced. The 2-1, these were all close, but I liked. Let's see, what did it do? 8-6, 3, 7-5, resulting in this position. I think I like this one a little better. This one looks very awkward. Okay. 5-4 comes around. 6-4 just plays safe. And then what else? Is there anything interesting here? Nothing special. And that was basically a race. Okay, on to game 3. Now it's 2-2, 3 away, 3 away. 6-5 runs, and the 5-4 you just split. So here, you don't want to hit. However, if it was a response to an opening 5-3, so here, this is where you hit. Okay, so this is a second roll where white opens with a 5-4 and now red rolls a 5-3. The best play is to hit loose like that, resulting in this position. But in the actual position, this is what happened. Red had opened with a 6-5 running, and then white split. So now red only has one checker back. So hitting like this, resulting in this, is actually a big error. It's better to just simply make this play. Once you have one checker escaped, the primary focus shifts towards getting the second checker escaped. Okay? That's emphasized in Bill Roberti's new book, not that new anymore, How to Play the Opening in Backgammon. Okay, so then the 3-2 steps up, trying to make the advanced anchor. 5-4 comes down and hits loose. 3-1 is a good roll to come in and hit. 2-1 comes in with a 2 and hits. You have these hitting exchanges. You want to fight for the high points, especially when you have a stronger board. 4-3 comes in and down, and then the 6-4 hits. 3-1 couldn't hit back. And then 3-2 can't afford to play to 5. You just bring 2 down. 2-1 hits and lifts, okay, and then the 4-1 comes in and hits back. 3-1 comes in onto the anchor, and the 6-3 is a good roll. Clears the 11 point, makes the 5 point, puts a builder here so that 6-1 can make the bar point. 2-1 hits and continues. 5-1 comes in and hits. 3-1 comes in, and now this is a slight no double on the plus analysis. Let's look at it, the plus analysis. Yeah, it is a no double. Interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of rolls that hit, but still a hit's not fatal because there's this anchor here. Okay, and then the double 5 was good. 6-4 comes in and out, and the 6-1, that was, I call it the inside straight draw. You make the point there, and then 5-1 comes out and anchors. 6-3 is a great roll. 6-2, so should have cleared the midpoint. Yeah, what happens when you do this is just basically it puts your checkers too deep. You might as well do this and start making these points. This is good enough for holding. With the 4 checkers here, you're likely not going to get a shot soon, so you're going to have to break this soon anyway. Might as well break it to make a good point. And then the 5-3 steps up. You don't want to get blitzed out. 4-3 just brings one in to the nice place. And double 2 is a good roll. Brings 2 down. All right, so now just preparing the board. 6-1 clears from the rear. Yeah, I think this one I would have played making the 5 point. Yeah. Basically, what you want to do in these positions is you slot the 5 point, then you want to make it. Okay, and you can make it right now with the 6-4. All right, the 5-1 goes there, okay. 6-4. Again, I would have made the 5 point here and played 15-5. If you do it on higher analysis, it'll probably come up. Okay. 2-1 should have cleared the 8 point. You're up by a mile. Double 3 is going to come around. Double 6 was forced. 6-4 now he finally makes it. 3-1 he's just going to play behind. Double 1, 6-3. 5-4 runs. Now this is where you don't want to do the 5-2. 5 off. It's going to win some more gammons, but at the expense of games. Not enough gammons there to justify that. Okay, and then double 6, and that was basically it. Then on to the Crawford game. Okay, so 3-1 is great, then 4-2, 4-2, pretty standard. 5-2 hits, double 5, great roll. Comes in, could also come out. All right, the 2-1 comes in and hits, double 5, another great roll, hits, makes the 3 points, okay. Then the 4-2 comes in and comes down. 6-2 is a good roll to hit, couldn't come in. Then another 6-2, then the 5-2. Now things were getting awkward. Here you can hit twice, 1, 2, 3, 4, resulting in this position, putting 2 on the bar. Couldn't come in with double 6, then a 6-5. You want to cover, and it looks like those two are close. Okay, and then 3-2 comes in with 1. 5-3 is just going to try to come out. These were close. And 6-2 is coming out now. That duplicates the 2, so it needs a 2 to come in and 2 to hit. 4-1. And then the 5-4 clearing there because it's going to be hard to clear this point. 3-2. Okay, then the double 6 was forced. 5-3 should have slotted that point. 5-4, 2 off. 2-1. Yeah, you don't want to do this kind of thing. You want to go 8-5 here, or bring 2 down, something. 5-2 clears. Double 2 makes the point. 2-1, and then nothing special. This one didn't leave a shot. Here he left the shot and was hit. Okay, so now this is the containment portion. Okay, so 3-2 hits and continues, hits and steps up. All right, so let's see, the 5-1 was there. Okay, so now he's looking for a 1. Double 2, so you have to hit, and then looks like it likes 12-8, like this, resulting in this position as opposed to the selected play. You just don't want to leave too many blots to let him joker you out. 6-1, now double 2 for red. Hits and makes the point. And now double 1. Hits and goes up all the way. Okay, so after you hit here, I think you want to make this 8 point just to block the double 2s. Oh no, this is the 6-2 I was referring to, but there's going to be 2 on the bar. So what you want to do is hit, okay, and then come up to slot the bar point and give another builder for the ace point, and just spread out all the checkers. And double 2, nothing special here. 4-2 was a good roll. 4-1. Okay, so this is where you could afford to do this banana split like this. You just want to close them out. But came in and hit. 5-2 had to come in and hit again. 6-1 hits again. 2-1. Yeah, you could have split here. I may have gone 8-7. And then the 5-3, I would have come in here and then split out here. You really want to maintain coverage of the outer board. Now you hit there. 6-4 comes down. 4-2 makes the ace point. 6-5 hits loose. Another 6-5 makes the board. And that was pretty much it. Okay, so there was a hit. There was a little hitting here. Double 6 was a great roll. And then double 4 stayed back. 5-3 hit. Then 3-2 had to stay back. 5-1 played to hit. Got it with the 4-2, but came back around. Then the 4-3 played safe. 5-3 comes up close, and the 6-2 missed, and then white continued to win. Next was the post-Crawford game. So 5-3. Like that. And then the 6-3, and now it's a double, and it's a big pass. Basically, what happens when you're ahead 1 away, 2 away Crawford, or 4-3-5? So the trailer here, white, will be doubling at his first opportunity. If red takes, this will be the final game of the match. So the winner of this game will win the match. If he doesn't, if he passes, then the next game will be the final game of the match, and that would be 50-50. So if you're any sort of underdog, you want to pass. This is a free drop. So if people don't know that, this is a free draw. Okay, and this was the final game, 4-4, 1 away, double match point, or DMP. So you make a lot, sometimes you make significantly different plays at DMP versus other scores, or as compared to money. So the 5-2 is a natural split, and the 4-3, you're supposed to bring it down and hit. Okay, you're not supposed to play anything fancy like 13-6. 4-2, so you can come in and hit. 6-3 comes in and hits back. Often a lot of hitting exchanges at DMP. Then the 5-1 covers and slots the next point. 5-2, looks like he could have played a little bit more aggressively here with this blot over here. 6-3, okay, looks like these are close. Yeah, I'd slightly prefer to come out so you can split these checkers. 6-5, hits and continues, good roll. 3-1 makes the second anchor. 3-1's a good roll to make the 5 point. Double 3. Okay, so this one was interesting. Like, I think I would have started by making the 21 point. Because here, you don't have enough of a racing deficit to have like a 1-3 game. So, you could do this, or better yet, go all the way up like that. That's really nice. Yeah. So like 6-1 would be forced, and 6-4 would play behind. Double 5s would be a little awkward. Okay. 4-2, however, was a good roll. And then the 3-1 comes in low, okay, and then the 2-1 hits. Good roll. 4-1, couldn't really do much. 6-5, great, so that blocks him in. 6-3 comes out. 6-5 comes up and hits loose. 6-3 was a great roll to hit and come out. 4-1 hits back and comes down. Comes in and hits and comes down. Double 4 couldn't come in. Double 4 for white, great roll. Comes in, makes the 4 point. 5-2 comes in and out. And the 6-3, okay, so that was good for white. Couldn't come in for red, and then 5-1 hits again. Comes in with 1, 5-4 points on head. 3-2 just brings things home safely. And looks like that was pretty much it. Four, 2, and that was that. No shots. No shots. And that was it. So white won that match. So that was good. That you could learn a lot by watching the bot versus the bot. So let's go back here. So that was the bot versus bot video, another bot versus bot video. As I said, it's always instructive to go back through your matches and play and learn from your errors, and other times you can learn from other people's errors or from learning from watching really good players play, because you can see some of the players that were not so intuitive turn out to be okay. So that's what you want to look for. You can go through those, modify the positions, take a look at different things, especially the doubling decisions. You can change the score to see what the effect of the score is on the doubling decision. And these are always a lot of fun. I really enjoy the interactivity with the chat. I'm glad you guys provided me with the feedback. I did get the new microphone. So again, this is what it looks like. It's a bigger microphone, and it's really close to where I speak, so it catches the sound better. The previous microphone that I was using was this, and it's smaller. It actually works, but you really have to hold it close to here. But this is the kind that clips onto your shirt, and where it clips on was a little bit too low, so that wasn't as effective. I really appreciate people's feedback, because that's what helps me create the high quality content. If you can't hear the sound, it's not as good and not as enjoyable. So anytime there's ever an issue, let me know and I'll do my best to work on that. So that was another Backgammon bot versus bot live stream. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. Thank you to Bill Spruce and Mike Petrosian for joining me in the chat. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.